Good morning, everybody. Hi. My name is Menachem Creditor. I serve as scholar in residence and rabbi at UJ Federation of New York, and it is our honor to come to you every morning, Monday through Friday, at 9 o'clock in the morning here on our Facebook page. And it is exciting to start another day with you. It is Tuesday. Glad to remind everybody what day it is. I could use the reminder myself most moments. And I'm going to use my second device so I can see who is here with us, because I can't see it just yet. Welcome to the world of Facebook algorithms throwing the best of intentions for a loop over and over. Carol, Anna, Valerie, Stan, it's good to see everybody. Yvette, Penny, hi. Hi, everybody. All right, see, this is not a bad way to start your day. Good morning, everybody. Shari and Susan, Andrea, Debbie, Donna. You should have been breathing before, but I'm glad to help. Hi, everyone. What an unbelievable thing it is. Carolyn, hi. The Catskills. I haven't been there in a very long time. Everybody, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's kind of incredible. Each time, 64 of us right now. Look what we get to be. Look who's here. Scroll up and down so you can see who is there on your screen, who is there in your world right now, sharing a good morning deep breath. So I'm going to be one of those people. I'll take a deep breath and invite you to do the same thing, and then we'll start with a blessing, learn a little bit, and then wish each other a good day. You ready? Just breathe. Okay. Iris, you think that's catchy? Okay. So, good morning, everyone. It's incredible. Again, Jonathan's in Krakow, and Sharon's in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and someone's in Florida, and someone's in the Catskills. You know, we say this all the time, but what an unbelievable treasure we are finding in the midst of such catastrophe. But the treasure of being able to connect instantly from everywhere and anywhere, it's something really amazing. So it's a good thing to have both the ritual of every morning, and it's a miracle that wherever you are, you can tap in. I feel very much the same way. Judy, the two words after la'asok b'divrei Torah are hafoch ba. It's a beautiful teaching in Pirkei Avot. My favorite rabbi's name happens there. His name is Ben Bagbag. And Ben Bagbag says, hafoch ba v'hafoch ba d'chulei ba. Turn it over and turn it over again, for everything is in it. Which means the Torah itself is a revolution, and every generation is meant to turn the Torah over and over again, which on the literal face of it, you would say, that's disrespectful. It should stay still. A static Torah is the point. But in fact, even the ancient rabbis understood that the big goal of Torah is to have a revolutionary mind, is to question so many of the assumptions we inherit. And therefore, when I say the blessing, la'asok b'divrei Torah, I follow immediately with hafoch ba v'hafoch ba, that you should turn it over and over again. The melody, just so you know, was written by a dear friend of mine, Rabbi David Paskin, and we recorded it together when we were a band called Shirav, if you want to look that up anytime. Glad to share the lyrics. There are YouTubes that I've made singing the song, so you can practice it, that have the lyrics there. So just go to YouTube and type in La Asok and my name, and you'll find some good stuff. I wanted to share one piece of Torah from this week's Parsha. It's really amazing to look at the Parsha every year and find something relevant. It's kind of disturbing, actually, that the Torah is immediately relevant to circumstance. One of the things I wanted to suggest is that this week, when we are reading Pinchas, which has so much stuff in it, one of the central ideas is that land should be divided based on how many people live there. Now that is an agrarian society, that is a farming world, where there are fewer people and land that can be distributed. It's an egalitarian and just way of thinking about what land actually means. Should we all have the same? And if you say no, and some of us would say no, if you do say no, I just want to ask the question, why? Why shouldn't everyone have the same amount of land? Yes, there should be a reward for working hard. I do believe in some competitive nature in human society. But the problem is that the success of some and the ability to transmit the ownership of land generation to the next is what we see happening in our world, where so much wealth is concentrated in the families of so few people. Why should it be that what my great-great-great-great-grandparents were able to succeed at, thank God, should result in deep inequality in society today? It's not that I shouldn't be blessed by my ancestors' success. It's why shouldn't everyone have a chance to start afresh? Elsewhere in the Torah, we have the rules of Shemitah and Yovel, where after 6 years of working the land, we're supposed to let it lie fallow and not tend to it. And after 7 years of 7 cycles, right, 7 Shemitah years, we have a Yovel where the land becomes ownerless. It becomes hefker. But it actually is never ownerless and was never ownerless. The problem is that we think that we've been the owners. And the Torah comes to say, no, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You don't own this. You get to borrow it for a time. I own it, says the creator of the universe. Yovel is the return of justice to the land. And so when the Torah this week talks about distributing land based on how many people live there, that's not so different from the best ideals of the census that the United States is conducting right now. UJ Federation has been a part of making sure that the census is as effective as it possibly can be, counting all the people, not just citizens, in the United States, so that we make sure that we have adequate representation in our government and adequate distribution of resources when it comes to societal needs. It's a really powerful thing to recognize that at the best moments of our leadership, we recognize that everyone deserves care, equal care. And we as a collective society have the responsibility for everyone. The most vulnerable, the least vulnerable, that's just a matter of time and circumstance. There, but for the grace of God go I, is one way of saying, I rely upon more than my own ability and more than my ancestors for me to succeed, because we are seeing in this world instability that wealth really protects you from in ways that actively harms people who don't wield the same wealth. The inequalities that have been true before the pandemic are more true now and are aggravated by what the pandemic does. Social isolation leads to our use of the phrase essential workers. But essential workers means very different things for very different groups of people. Are essential workers those who can't afford to not work? Are essential workers only those who are saving our lives? Are essential workers those who are collecting our trash to make sure that the world keeps going? What about if you have Wi-Fi in your home? What about it going out? You think someone who isn't going to fix your Wi-Fi and your internet isn't an essential worker today? What would I do if I didn't have you? And I mean it, me speaking to all of you right now. What would I do if I didn't have you, if I couldn't reach out, if I couldn't share Torah and feel connected with all of you. The big blessing of this moment is recognizing that A, we are all essential, we are all equally essential, and we are all equally entitled to a place on this earth. Please God, we should succeed. You should feel great success in your professional life, in your personal life. We should emerge from this pandemic with a rededication to making sure that that sentence is not sparingly offered. We should make sure that as we emerge from this pandemic, we learn the lessons of being essential, that every human being is essential, that people in Krakow and people in Brazil and people in the Catskills and people in Portsmouth, all of us are essential to each other. And those of us who are blessed enough to take the time and to have the technology, as Judy's pointing to, so that we can do this. I can wake up in time, I can use a device, maybe even two, to connect through Torah with other human beings. Who shouldn't have that ability? Who shouldn't have a place to sit, a roof over their head, enough food for them and those they care for? So I want to bless all of you and me to remember what it is to see everyone else as essential, and to remember deep down that you are essential too. No matter who you are, this is such an important moment to reflect on how important you are and the difference you can make. So I want to just say that I know you're essential. These mornings have been so beautiful for me. When we don't do it on a Sunday or on Shabbos, whatever, I miss you all a lot. So what a blessing it is to be together. Let's sing our way into a good day. Here we go. Have a good day, everybody. Bless you. See you tomorrow at 9 o'clock.